Check. Mic check. All right. What's going on, guys? Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to DeepSouthEdc Live. So this story came out a couple of days ago. I just haven't had a chance to cover it. But it's pretty crazy. Happened in New Orleans. So we're going to talk about it. So I'm going to play you the video and, I'll stop it if I need to, talk about something. So let's get down to it.
Is recovering in the hospital after falling 3 stories during an undercover operation on the West Bank.
And Maddie Kirk joins us now with this story. Lauren and Lee, federal FBI agents, state police, NOPD officers, canines, all part of the very active scene at the Jackson's Landing apartment complex just after 2:30 this afternoon. 9 arrests were made in a federal undercover investigation, and though 1 agent was injured, the suspects were brought down with 0 gunfire exchange. By the time dozens of kids were getting off the bus at the Jackson's Landing Apartments in Algiers, the complex was already roped off with police tape, residents recording the scene on their phones.
ATF's primary mission is to prevent, reduce, and solve violent gun crime. And we're doing...
Hold on. He said ATF's primary mission is to solve and prevent violent gun crime. That's only the F part. And I'm pretty sure it's really ATFE. So what about the alcohol, tobacco, and explosives part?
Doing just that this afternoon in this community.
Special Agent Joshua Jackson with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives says one of his agents was rushed to University Medical Center during an undercover operation involving violent gun crime.
It was a fall from the 3rd story platform, but as you can imagine, there's several types of injuries you can have from something like that.
The undercover agent was not immediately identified, nor has the ATF provided an update on his condition. Jackson says while conducting the operation, several suspects attempted to rob the agent at gunpoint.
Our investigators responded to the undercover agent, and we took several people in custody.
9 people were arrested. Loved ones of those suspects were seen crying for them as they sat in the back of police cruisers. Beyond the fall, no other injuries were reported and no gunfire was exchanged.
Obviously, we run these risks. We understand these risks. The investigation is not over with. As far as it being successful, we're making strides to help protect the community and make it safer.
The ATF did not disclose what was recovered from the operations and the ongoing nature of the federal investigation.
So there you go. Let me just see if I can skim the story and see if there's anything here. At the time, there is no threat to the public, but we are still in early stages of this investigation. So, I guess New Orleans is a little too rough for the ATF because that failed hard. So I guess there are no details, really. My speculation is homie tried to do his undercover business, and in New Orleans, they don't play like that. They just decided to jack him, and he didn't know what to do, so he jumped out of the window, and then his backup rolled through. I think this was probably the beginning of an investigation, and it pretty much ruined the whole thing. They had to go in and they had to arrest everybody. And that, ruined any sales, any evidence that the ATF might be able to gather on, what happened just now. Sorry, this is bothering me. All right. Another thing that was concerning, I did stop the video to talk about, is when this guy from the ATF, Joshua Jackson, the agent in charge of ATF New Orleans field office, he said that the ATF's primary mission was to, stop gun crime and, take illegal guns off the street. And I don't think that is supposed to be the ATF's primary mission. Again, there's the alcohol, the tobacco, and the explosives. So I don't know what's up with that. It was very interesting to hear it straight from the person's mouth, the head of the field office. He said it right there. Our primary mission is to take guns. His context was a little different, but if the ATF, the head of the field office, is saying our main focus is this, when there are other problems and other focuses that he should be focusing on. New Orleans, it might be a little bit different, but are we really getting into like crazy federal gun crime situations here? I mean, I guess maybe the feds do have to step in, considering how bad the NOPD actually is. It's funny, me and my wife were driving home from work and we saw somebody pulled over. My wife was like, look, somebody actually stopped for him. It's because we know you don't actually have to stop. There's nothing they can do. Yeah, it's all, I don't know. At least we live in a society where some people will still pull over for the police. Anyway, I thought that was a crazy story because, as you guys might know, that I am very anti, I guess you could say, like, I'm anti big government agencies. So something like the ATF having a big presence in New Orleans, specifically just going after one of the 4 letters that the ATF stands for, seems like a little bit of overreach. I know I'm probably preaching to the choir, but you just look in the news, the ATF is coming out with all these different rulings for firearms. There were a couple recently. There are better channels than I that covered it, so go look them up. There is Guns and Gadgets, and then of course, Legally Armed America. Check him out. But all I ever hear is rules from the ATF about firearms. Never hear rules from the ATF about alcohol or tobacco, really. I guess they're kind of going after the vape stuff a little bit. That's more on a state level thing, especially here in my state, Louisiana. And then, the explosives. It's very interesting to me that, I don't know. It's not interesting. I know exactly why. They go after guns hard. It is funny to me, though, that the ATF guys couldn't cut it here in New Orleans and pretty much got tossed out the 3rd-story window and got told to fuck off. The cops had to go in and arrest everybody. They had no other choice. It ruined the whole investigation. So, that was pretty crazy. Apparently, there were no injuries except for the guy falling out the window, jumping out the window, whatever. Anyway, New Orleans is crazy. So, anyway, today I'm carrying the SOG Pentagon, OTF, and then, of course, Block 19. Anyway, guys, I hope you all stay well regulated. Make sure to keep your arms and armaments clean and ready to rock. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I'm at 660 subscribers, so I appreciate every one of you. Please hit that thumbs up button, and if you watched on Rumble, please smash that Rumble button. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. We'll see what I got in the works. Peace.